Hey everybody, this is Mike with HexCam USA, and today we're going to be talking about feral pig hunting with the AK-47 underfold. Feral pig population in the United States has risen over the last few years, with last count 5 million and still going up. In Oklahoma alone, it's in all 77 counties, so it's pretty bad. The pigs are an invasive species. They tear up land, they tear up the native species around them, and they need to be eradicated. Now, people can trap, people can do aerial shooting, and they can buy a lot of equipment to hunt these pigs. But for most of us, we can't afford all that equipment. So I wanted to try to hunt with an AK-47 underfold iron sights. Now I have the ability to go out and hunt on our own land. However, I wanted to try some high fence hunting where I didn't have to go out at night. I wanted something reliable and could hit pretty hard, and that's why I took a look at the AK underfold. Now, I don't have any fancy gadgets on there. Just show you that it's clear. I don't have any fancy gadgets on there. It's plain old iron sights. So I wanted to take a look at this and maybe go on a hunt, on a high fence hunt, and use this. A couple problems I ran into. First of all, the underfold obviously is not a traditional stock that you could put a really good cheek weld on and get your sight radius and sight picture with. The rails make it extremely difficult. I went out to 100 yards to see what my group would be. A couple of the problems I ran into was on the rifle rest, or the bag I should say. I was having a hard time really getting down on the rail here and getting my sight picture and my sight radius. This was a difficult, normally what I would do is, if I was in that kind of position, I would kind of stabilize this right here as the rifle is sitting forward, and have this hand loose. That way I can really get that trigger press and get a consistent, accurate shot. Well, it was really difficult with this because there's really no place that I can get my hand back here and stabilize this. So I had to stabilize up front with the magazine, and you'll see that I have a 5-round magazine that I use first. The second thing I did was I put a 30-round magazine in there, and I only put five rounds in there. A correction, for this test I put 3 rounds in there, and wanted to see if I could bounce it off of the magazine. That proved difficult as well. Eventually we're going to get to, well, I'll show you a just a offhand shoot or a offhand firing and see if that's consistent. But at 100 yards it wasn't too bad. Obviously you want the most accurate you can get, because you don't want to see the animal suffer. So I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit before I actually take this out and hunt with it. And so at 100 yards with the bag, really getting down on the rifle, my shots stayed pretty consistent with one another. And this wasn't about necessarily trying to get the bullseye, I was just seeing what my grouping would be. And when I used the 30-round magazine, obviously that threw my shots off a little bit. And that could be me more than the rifle. A lot of people dog these rifles and say that they're not that accurate, and that's just not true. The AK has come a long way, especially in these sporting rifles. And the barrels, the trigger, everything's really good, very modern for a sporting rifle. And you can get really consistent, accurate shots with this. Now, is it going to be as good as a AR-15 or a scoped bolt-action rifle? Well, I don't know. That's up to you to decide. And you can comment below, obviously, if you want to. Everybody's an expert, though. Everybody has their experiences and with these. And I've never hunted with one of these, so I'm really looking forward to getting out and doing that. Wearing my hex cam, getting out there and getting a hog.